blah, 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 blah.
All right, we're live. Welcome to another Tuesday night chat. I'm not at home. I'm at somebody else's home, but I'm still able to pull this off. At the moment, I can't see the external. I'm trying to work on that to get the computer up. And but I'm still able to pull this off. That's Rosie. Work on that. Anyway, we'll get this straightened out in a minute. Give us time. I'm gonna let come on, Rosie, you can do it. Anyway, Coda Boy, would you like to do an intro?
Well, yes, I would, Teal.
I got everything muted here, so.
Oh, God.
Anyway, Coda Boy, would you like to do an intro?
Yes, I would, Teal.
I got everything muted here.
Oh, God. There we go. There it is. Silence now. All right, Coda Boy 32 here. Check it out. I'm sitting here with Mr. TRprepper and Ms. Rosie. Looking forward to an awesome chat this evening. Had a lot of fun today. Shot at the range for about 4 hours. Discovered a new range about 15 minutes from where I live, and I am going to probably try to become a member over there, considering it's only $80 a year. But looking forward to a good chat this evening. Going to talk about a lot of cool stuff, of course. And if I get a little over talkative, just tell me to be quiet. So just happy to be here. Do the best job I can. Thanks.
Thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it. Rosie, would you like to do an intro? And from there, I know you got a lot to talk about, not necessarily politics. You got a fire in California, or maybe you don't want to jump in. Whatever you want to talk about, you go right ahead.
Well, I wouldn't even, it's very hard to, and thank you, TR, and good to see you, Coda. Glad to be back. I missed you guys the last couple of weeks. I was out in the van overnight a couple weeks ago, and of course we were embroiled in the fire here, and it was, it's gone down in history now as the biggest wildfire in the history of California, and it was really something to behold. Here, I'll just say, if you haven't had a chance to see the videos, I've put them into a playlist. I was out there early on the day of the fire, and it's, you know, Santa Rosa, although you may not have heard of it, it's a larger city than Salt Lake City. I mean, it's a very large city, very urbanized here. And on Sunday night, about 9:40 p.m., the theory is that a Pacific Gas and Electric power line came down in the 70-mile-an-hour winds that we had. You know, once in a while we get these crazy offshore winds that drive the humidity down and bring in 50, 60, 70-mile-an-hour winds. That happened on Sunday night. And the theory is that a power line came down because of a tree, and that sparked a fire that then proceeded to race 16 miles over the hills of Napa and Calistoga in Napa County, and work its way over the ridges and into the very densely populated areas of Santa Rosa here, taking out entire communities. And if you've seen the video, we're in excess of 4,000 homes have been destroyed and 500,000 feet of commercial property. And all that devastation took place in a period of about 4 hours. So at one point, that fire was moving the length of a football field every 3 seconds, was how fast that was sweeping in. And I would say thank you to the first responders that went up through these tortuous hills and into these communities at 11, 12, 1, 2 in the morning, banging on doors, telling people to evacuate. We have 40-some people dead so far. I imagine they'll find another 50 or so in their homes. You couldn't possibly get everybody out, but it's horrific. It has given a, you know, it's given a tall task to the city to recover. And I'll just tell you, we have National Guard here, over 600 National Guard blocking off the burn areas. We had police from 15 different counties here. We had 50 jurisdiction police officers here. And at the height of the battle on Wednesday, we had half the fire engines in California were up here in this area fighting this fire, just to give you an idea of how sweeping and how large it was. It wasn't just concentrated in Santa Rosa. There was a fire line about 100 miles long and about 30 miles across that was threatening to engulf a lot more than just the city of Santa Rosa. If you've seen some of the pictures from the air, you'll see whole communities, coffee park, 500 plus homes with little more than ash left by the time that fire went through. Most of the homes up on the hills on the east side were taken out. So it's going to be a very long recovery process. It's in Santa Rosa. It's 50 miles north of San Francisco. It's in the wine country, the heart of the wine country. So check it out on the channel. You may enjoy, well, enjoy may not be a word, but I was often first on the ground with videos in the affected areas, and I'll give you a firsthand of what happened, especially the video beginning Monday morning, when I really didn't have a concept what I was looking at burning. We've lost hotels, just Kmart, our big Kmart in town. We lost all kinds of things here. So I appreciate a lot of people on your chat, TR, including you, have sent best wishes to me and noted your concerns. And for that, I'm very grateful. And I'm very grateful. We prepared to evacuate twice over the last week. And luckily, the fire didn't move within about 1.5 miles of us. So we were pretty lucky. So thank you to all the people on the side, too, that your great side chat who messaged me and wrote me through the YouTube channel. You guys are very supportive, and it was very much appreciated. So I want to definitely thank you for that. Now, obviously, with what's going on here, and then tomorrow I have to take Jen to Mount Zion Hospital in San Francisco for some infusion therapy for her multiple sclerosis. I've had my mind not so much on investment markets and things, but I can tell you this: the bubble continues to grow, and very likely it'll continue to grow until it becomes popped by interest rates. Will probably be the thing that does that. But for now, it continues to move. You know, we see what the president's doing, and he seems to be holding his ground pretty well and not caving into people. So we'll have to see if this tax thing can pass. I think that'll be a benefit of a lot of different people, and maybe this compromise on this Obamacare, where Trump is backing this agreement in the Senate to provide 2 years of additional funding if they agree to kill Obamacare once and for all. So that might be a decent compromise that at least does what he promised to do in the campaign, which was to get rid of Obamacare. So, TR, that's about all I have. If anybody has any questions on the side chat, once again, there's a lot of videos that went up this week. It's not something I expected in my life to ever be in the middle of a firestorm. So it's something that I hope I never am witness to again. So.
Rosie, I have a question.
Sure.
Sorry, TR. Have there been any looting issues there?
Well, the National Guard came in 600 strong, and they put a clamp for days on these communities. And yes, there has been some looting, and it's been people, for the most part, that have come up from Oakland, San Francisco, some of the lowlifes from those areas that have snuck their way into some of these neighborhoods. The downside for them is that there's really nothing worth taking. Everything has been incinerated. The only things that I saw that really survived were gun safes, came through it great. Anybody that had a gun safe was still standing proud after that firestorm came through. So let that be a good lesson. If you have things you really have to keep safe and you don't have time to take it all, a gun safe is great. And number two, after the fire department was perfectly willing to go around and help people take those safes to safe locations and have them tagged and stored, not just gun safes, but also personal safes that people had that could be targets. Because, of course, they show, you know, when everything's burned down, of course, safes stand out in the rubble as something worth taking. So they've done an excellent job of making sure that people could get their safes out. But they've arrested something like 28 or 29 looters so far in the area. But like I say, they're likely to be very disappointed with the stuff that they were able to get, because literally this firestorm just consumed everything in its path. And all that was left, if you look at the satellite before and after pictures of Santa Rosa, all you see is piles of ashes where homes stood. So we're not happy about the National Guard. You can imagine there's people that haven't seen their home in 9 days. They don't even know if it's standing or not. They have no idea, and they're starting to get frantic. We had 50,000 people evacuated and living in shelters at the fairgrounds. I have videos on all that. The Teamsters did a big job collecting food. I mean, it's been a real response. But there's been a lot of trauma here, and I think something like 20 of the firefighters have lost their homes out of our force. It's been a tragedy. You know, we only had a fire department of 116 for a city of 200,000. So they crumpled within the first 20 minutes. They buckled, and there wasn't a cavalry coming over the hill. I can tell you that those first hours. So they didn't concentrate on saving property. They concentrated on getting people out and evacuated was their top priority. There's video of a Sonoma County sheriff with his body cam on, driving through the blaze and getting people out of fire. And you can see the crazy winds that are whipping and things. So gun safes work.
That's one of the things I want to do when I get my house all settled up is I'm actually going to build a safe room. So it's going to be a structural deal, but it's also going to be fireproof with a fireproof door on it. And it's going to be interesting, but it's going to be a walk-in type system.
That would be great.
It'll be one thing standing, that's for sure.
Well, probably will be. I mean, this wasn't the kind of fire that you could stand there with a hose and hose down your roof and defend. This took everything in that. When that wind is moving the length of a football field in 3 seconds, everything was being firestormed with, like a blowtorch was coming down that hill. And there was nothing that could be done except just get out of the way. So, but a safe room would stand, you know. I think the gun safes, the ones they've opened, Linda said the gun safes protect from high ambient temperatures. That's what I mean. The ones that they have opened have been intact because these were flash burns that occurred. And within a matter of 5 to 10 minutes, the fire had moved past. And all that was left was residual heat to go down. And I think that they've had a very good success rate with most safes are good for about 45 minutes of high fire exposure.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm just happy that a lot of people that I know.
The bad part is our gun shop got taken out. Now, what do you think the chances are in Northern California of them getting a permit to open again? Less than zero. You know, this was like the city's wet dream to take out a gun shop, unfortunately. But if you look at my video on it, you'll be able to see that the gun safes are standing proud there, and they did the job. So highly recommend them.
Yes, I have a fireproof safe. Mine is I forget. It's 12 or 1400 degrees for, like Rodder said there, 45 minutes maybe. Which for most house fires is probably good enough. And just for another little tidbit, if anybody out there in the chat room right now, I'm using Sonia's laptop to chat. So that's one reason my head's turned that way really hard. So, and if it looks weird seeing Sonia commenting to you guys and gals out there, that's me. It's not her. She's right there.
Well,
Say
she's
hello,
better.
Sonia.
She's better looking, so that's okay.
Yeah, she's better looking than me. But anyway, I'm using her laptop to chat and to see the chat because my computer.
It's a very dramatic photo. So it's like TR being dramatic.
Yeah, so my computer doesn't have the capacity.
Liberace with the candelabra, with the chandelier behind you.
I need to turn that on, please.
You can.
That's that. I hope I never see something like that. I hope none of you ever see a fire like I witnessed. I mean, when I saw fire trucks from Riverside, California, 400 miles away from here, up here. There were crews that came in from Australia to help fight this fire. That's how horrendous it was. It's still not under control, by the way. It's 70% contained.
Some other people's videos of drone footage going over neighborhoods, and it is just unbelievable, the devastation. I mean, it just went on and on and on. I watched one video, the guy went 3,000 or 4,000 feet, which is damn near a mile. I didn't even know drones could go that far. It must be a really good one. But anyway, and there was nothing. I mean, every house was leveled. Every house.
Yeah, there's just nothing left, and people were wondering why the trees were standing. Well, trees hold a lot more moisture than a structure does, wood in the home and things. Plus, most of the fire came from the contents inside exploding into flames and then bursting out the sides of, a mobile home park with 165 mobile homes got taken out when the fire leaped across Highway 101. But that fire just burned so hot that they literally just exploded their mobile homes. So it's you'll see it all. You'll see things I never imagined in a million years that fire could leap 100 feet across a highway, or always expect the impossible because fire can do that. Jen's doing good. Tomorrow's her first infusion at UCSF, so she's looking forward to that. So thank you, Hidden. Thank you, TR.
Yeah, I'd say, I agree with you. I seen a few conspiracy theories. I mean, it's like, really, it's a freaking fire, and I've already seen conspiracy theories. That's one thing I hate about claiming to be a conspiracy theorist, is like I get thrown in with the ones, it's like, oh, that was a controlled fire, and they did this and they did that. It cut corners, and it's like the trees are still there, and it's like, you fucking moron, really? Just like you said, Rosie, a tree has a lot more moisture in it than the wood in your house. If you have a wooden house and it's been there 5, 10, 20 years, that damn thing's dried out. I mean, a fire will engulf a house in a heartbeat. But it takes a lot to get a green tree to catch on fire. Anybody that has ever tried to heat their house with firewood, you can cut a tree down, chop it up, split it up. It can sit there for 6 months. It's still a bitch to get that wood to burn.
I'll say
It needs to sit there a year at least.
And don't forget, some of these people in the community kept their lawns in there, which the trees sit on water too. And also, being up in the hills, they're naturally conditioned to plant trees and vegetations that are more fire resistant than you don't just go out and slap any tree up there. There's certain, they want you to have a certain defensible perimeter around your home. Not that that was any good in the fire because of the speed of it, but there's trees that are planted, Italian cypress and other ones that are very resistant. That's why they live for hundreds and thousands of years, because burn doesn't really affect them. What the worst thing was the quality of construction was so poor. A lot of these fancy homes were just paper thin, and all that was left. I didn't see one toilet left. That must have all exploded. The toilets and the sinks. The only thing that lasted was safes and washers and dryers. That's the two things I saw a lot of it out there.
I don't remember if you was on the chat or not one night, Rosie. Not that this is just a little tidbit somebody threw out there. I don't have any backup, and I think we was actually talking about hurricanes. But if you ever did have to evacuate and there were some things you wanted to leave behind, or you didn't really want to leave behind, but you didn't have means to get it out, I heard a dishwasher was pretty safe, but that might just be a hurricane.
Yeah.
But just because it was in the cabinets, in between cabinets, sealed up tight, just something to think about if you're evacuating. That might be a decent place to throw a few things that you just ain't got room to throw in the car. Just open it up, throw it in there, seal it up. Hey, give it a prayer and go,
Can't hurt.
Can't hurt, exactly.
But like I say,
I think
the important thing is you get out first. I mean, I think when all is told, there'll be well over 100 people perished in the fire. So it's, some people resisted and tried to saw it coming and maybe refused to evacuate and made a last stand there. So for any of them, it didn't work out. Keith says, what started the fire? They theorized that a power line went down in 70-mile-an-hour winds in upper Napa County there in a town called Calistoga, Tubbs Road, and sparked on the ground and lit the brush up. And then as it raced uphill and raced over with 75-mile-an-hour winds, it just took off and just tore and widened until by the time it got to Santa Rosa, it took out the east side, leaped Highway 101 and took out a good chunk of the west side over there. So that's why PG&E is working so hard. The gas and electric's working here like frantic. I think they got half the trucks in the territory up here, big ones with augers, putting new poles up and doing all kinds of stuff.
Well, there's still a lot of fires going on, aren't they?
Oh yeah, there's some that are not even half contained yet, but the principal one that wrecked Santa Rosa is about 80% contained right now. But I can walk outside and smell the smoke every day and still see the glow over there in the hills of the firefight that's still going on. But they've had the whole Cal Fire Air Force has been here with tankers and everything hitting it.
Yeah, I think I seen on the news there was 11,000 firefighters fighting the fires right now. If I'm not mistaken,
we peaked out at about 3,000 firefighters, which is huge. I'm surprised I didn't see Rick up here running around.
What? Well, I might have seen that wrong. I thought I actually seen that there was 11,000 firefighters there fighting.
Probably 11,000 first responders between police.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
3,000 is huge considering this city has a professional force of 116 for a city of 200,000 people. They're never designed to fight a fire on an epic scale like this. With just a blowtorch moving across communities. All you could do was get people out if you could, get them out of the path of it. That was it.
It's a mess. One catastrophe after another.
All right, hey, let's I get an echo in here, but one of the things I wanted to talk about, some of the guys else talk about this Weinstein or whatever his name is.
Oh, Weinstein, yeah.
And is it a fact that he paid for the legal fees for Bill Clinton during his issues? Is that the truth? I mean,
I only know that he was a big backer of the campaign for Hillary Clinton and for president. So take that for what it's worth. She backed away from that like it was on fire.
Oh, I know. How about that? I was laughing so hard. I was like, really? Everything's okay unless you're Hillary, somebody who screwed around with Bill Clinton.
Laugh. I've never heard a candidate for president a year later just be beaten so bad as she is on a daily basis by the president and other people. It's amazing.
Well, she's earned every bit of the beating that she should get because she will not go away. That's the whole thing. And her book, I literally want to buy it just so I can have a good laugh. And from what I understand, it's just why I didn't win the election. It was the Russians and everybody else. I said, you know what? It was CNN automatically assuming, hey, I'm going to shoe in and win this thing, and I'm a woman, I'm a Clinton. Why not? I mean, here it is. It's an automatic thing, and the rest of the country said, screw that.
Well, the thing that bugs me about that Hollywood thing is you have the pile on now of everybody go, oh yeah, that happened to me, that happened to me. But nobody stood up over all those years and all that. That's the thing that I find, the worst thing of all. Meanwhile, this guy, well, I don't have to worry, but let the next person worry about it. What is Coda having an earthquake or what?
Sorry, I had to jump over there and kill a spider duty.
I'm actually multitasking. I'm sitting in my office and had somebody walk in, and so I wanted to address it. One of the best guys in the world. His name's Chris. He's an avid deer hunter, and he's one of those guys that'll actually bring in some venison and all kinds of stuff. And he actually made me a gun cabinet for my office here at work. Wasn't that nice? Yep, nice wood.
That's pretty darn nice.
It's kind of interesting when people walk in. They're like, "What's that?" I go, "Oh, that's my gun cabinet." Like, oh shit!
Howdy, Blue. Howdy, Blue.
Morning.
That was just kind of coincidental that Coda Boy was having a problem. Sonia, I seen it, and I was like, I looked over there. I was like, yeah, something over there. And she walked up. She was about to get it. She thought it was a big bug, and it was a spider, and it stopped her dead in her tracks. And she just looked at me, and she's like, spider. I was okay. I'm on the job, baby. I got it. Hey, Blue, what's up?
Bunch of shit going on tonight. The goddamn area is going absolutely fucking insane. Drink a couple of beers, watch the hockey game. I couldn't even do that. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to jump on the chat. I couldn't even fucking do that. And yes, I am cold. It's like fucking 48 degrees outside.
Maybe next year they'll let you in the house. Up in the chat.
That's what you call. That's what you call. But on the good, we got a little bit of a.
Yeah, your connection's real sketchy right now, Blue. I don't know what's going on.
Blue, you suck.
Well, I didn't want to put it that way.
Your connection sucks, man. What's up? Quit sucking. Is that a cigar you're sucking on? It's making noise. Irritating. Blue.
Let me be back.
We'll have to call. See what the fuck happens, man? A kid can't take a joke. Holy shit. Oh, I got to get this party started, man. All right, so let's talk about the fucking Hollywood assholes. Here's the first thing. You got this Feinstein, who's a fucking pedophile. He's a rapist. He's an asshole, and Hollywood's fucking protecting him. Ashley Judd actually had him try to fucking do something with her, and she wants to sit there and go, I'm a nasty woman, with exception if it's somebody you want to get a job from. So that's where I'm my happy ass. I just, a bunch of damn hypocrites who to sit there and raise holy hell about anything that doesn't involve them. And this goddamn, what's his name? Jimmy Kimmel? Right there. Fuck that asshole. What a piece of shit. Want to get up on the camera and, if you guys want to see something good, there's a couple channels out there, and they're showing, Jimmy Kimmel getting his crotch felled off by some girls and jumping on trampolines and shit. Now all of a sudden he wants to be some big old the ethical, moral fiber of the country. Go fuck yourself, Jimmy Kimmel, you faggot. Excuse my French. There's nothing wrong with being gay these days, but that asshole's an asshole. Piss me off.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a clip of even Courtney Love, and this was probably back in the 90s, of course, when Nirvana was big and all that. And she was like on some red carpet deal, and they asked her a question about like an up and coming female artist, and she was like, "Oh, I probably shouldn't say this. Keep her away from Harvey Weinfeld or whatever his name is. Weinstein, thank you." So, I mean, this is known. They knew this guy was a sexual predator. They knew he was a rapist and all this. But yet, they're the ones that want to raise hell and whine about, oh, Trump said just grab a woman by the pussy. When yet they're promoting, allowing this rapist, this pedophile. I mean, I've seen old films that there's coming back up of what is it, Corey Feldman? Is that the child star? I don't know. Where he was talking about all the child pedophiles and stuff going on in Hollywood, and nobody wanted to listen. And then it turns out, yeah, all this is true. Yeah, there's pedophiles, there's rapists, there's these guys in power. They're just, all this horse shit going down. And we don't deny that, and we're not surprised by it, okay? But
no, I mean, the people that are reporting aren't exactly profiles in courage either. Years later, they didn't do a lot to move the next person out of the way of the bus coming their direction. So, I don't know how I really feel. I know there's a lot of stink in Hollywood. I'm just saying, but there's this pile-on effect now that's a little bit ridiculous with, it's like the Bill Cosby pile-on and all these.
Well, my point is, it's not that we didn't figure this was going on. This is anywhere there's power, this shit's going to go on. Okay, it's the hypocrisy of Hollywood over the one statement they had about Trump talking to a guy about, kidding around about some models. He's like, hey, just grab him by the pussy, and yet that was just a statement of a couple of guys bullshitting, just horsing around. These are just, and everybody attacks them. I mean, they had whole pussy rallies. Women had pussy rallies against Trump because he said grab him by the pussy, and then they're all, well, it's okay if we got pedophiles in our ranks. It's okay if we got rapists in our ranks. It's okay if I work for a rapist or a pedophile or whatever, as long as they're promoting my career. But this guy's running for president. He can't say that. This guy can actually fucking do it, and I won't say anything about it. He can just joke around about it, and I'm going to just raise hell about it. The hypocrisy has to fucking stop. I'm sorry. Did I go off on a rant? My bad.
I need to get you.
Do it with me. TR, do it. Oosa, oosa, oosa.
Let me
All
calm
right,
down.
so here you go. You ready? I'm pulling my ears out right now. All right, these sack of shits out there in Hollywood, y'all need to get a damn life. All right, leave the rest of the world. Let us. Nobody gives a shit just because you're popular. Okay, you were popular in high school. You won the vote as the class president or whatever you are now. Just go make films, entertain, and shut the fuck up. Excuse me. Sorry, Rosie.
No, it's
I'm sorry.
I'm saying.
Normally, I don't talk like that all the time. Seriously. We're going to bring Lance out. He's going to be coming out here in a minute.
I like what Sandy said. TR looks like a preacher against that background, like a fire and brimstone from the pulpit there. That's it, you know. And I tell you, the judgment day is upon us.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's in a church there. A little fancy one, but I'll be turned. That's good. Sam.
Amen, brothers and sisters. This is paradise here, I will say that. It might not be, well, the closest I can come to it as far as somebody's house I know.
Here's Blue. Did you sober up yet, Blue? Are you okay?
I don't know. Did I? Oh, Jesus Christ. It doesn't end.
My best memory, Blue coming into my chat a Saturday night with a real load on. Classic. That's it. Well, there he goes again.
He finally gets in, then somebody calls him.
Yeah. Yeah, from what we can tell, it's a beautiful house. Yeah.
Hey, I'll have to show you some more pictures.
I know. Look at Sonia's house that she sold. I knew she had good taste. I've seen what she sold.
Yeah. There's a Caesar's Head is out that way if you look out on the deck. And then if you go out on the front porch or just front yard, there's Table Rock. So there's like mountain ridges that way, mountain ridges that way. And then there's a lake down at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, I remember you sent me a picture of that. It was really something.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's calm.
Yeah, very calm.
I used to do a lot of building out that area, and I think I know right where you guys are from your description. But yeah, that is some good bike riding territory there, and I'm talking about motorcycles, not your damn bicycles. We used to run up there, and I had a F350 dually, and I had a Banks kit on it. You could turn it up and rich it out. So if you slammed the gas down, it would billow black smoke for miles. And we'd see those guys doing their bicycling up the damn, blocking traffic for 20 miles, but they're going to do it up the mile, up the mountain. And I would just laugh my ass off, and I would reach over and just rich that thing up and go, ah, and just right off the right side. You just see him like, oh God, and it was hilarious, man. I was like, get the hell out the damn way. Oh, how much fun we had. Oh, those were the good old days.
Yeah, they thought you're supposed to ride behind for 20 miles on the 1-lane road.
Yeah, no. As a matter of fact, if I could have made a couple of them a hood ornament, I sure would have. But I'm a nice guy. I don't like doing that. At one point I was skinny and used to be able to ride a bike, but not anymore. Got work to do.
One of those big military helicopters just went overhead.
Yeah, I'm definitely in some. This area is a really good motorcycle riding area. Dude, I turn off to get to Simon's house. I'm usually is one that I travel very regularly. I mean, it's like I'm usually going up Caesar's Head, but halfway up, not even halfway, I would just take a left and I get here. So yeah, it's right in. This is this awesome area. It is. Anyway, Blue, you got your shit together yet?
Really?
believe in him. He's gonna
There
do
we
it.
go. Holy shit. I'm not even, I'm literally on my second beverage tonight, and this has been hell night. I mean, I wanted to sit down, relax, watch the hockey game. Fucking phone starts blowing up, work stuff, so I had to leave, go fucking deal with that, come back home, and now something else is coming in, and I can't say anything about it on the live chat, but I'll definitely going to do a video on this, just because if I were certain people, I'd be highly pissed off at a certain entity. Let's say it that way, and that's all I can say right now. I hate to leave it like that, but my phone's been blowing up for an hour and a half straight.
All right, man. I just had to give you a little hell there, but thanks for coming in. I do appreciate it.
It's all I wanted to do tonight was relax, and than that.
Yeah, how's that working out for you tonight?
As you can tell, it's going wonderful. I'll type it on the internal, but nobody that seriously. The stuff pulled up.
I don't know. The internal's working for me. It looks like it is, but I don't know. Mel out there in the chat, I just seen him liking the holster mail. I will say I might give some critiquing to it just for a man my size. Coda Boy laughed at me when I showed him how it's molded into my body.
Pretty funny.
It's a little big for me, but it's starting to conform, and it's pretty comfortable. Definitely digging it. I don't know if you've seen it or not, Rosie, but
Yeah, I got
let's
some.
see if I can get it.
Yeah, that's really
It's
nice.
got the CB emblem there, the fighting CBs, and I don't know.
Yeah,
Let me
turn
get
it
my
around.
flash.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
This is really, really, really nice.
that's cool. Proud CB. There we go.
Yeah, and that's on the back. Let's see. There's the CB.
That's beautiful.
And then at the bottom, damn it, if I can get it to come out, this camera sucks. Anyway, you'll have to go back and look at the video. He's got L Ray down here.
It's good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful holster. Beautiful holster.
You got to have El Ray on there.
Yeah. It'll come out. Yeah, this damn little cheap ass laptop just don't have a good camera on it.
So what are you giving away tomorrow night? What's going on tomorrow night?
The grand finale of C-Max, the C-Max fundraiser. It's his fundraiser. We just all jumped in and tried to help promote his fundraiser. He started it. He didn't ask anybody to do anything. He did it on his own. He contacted a few people individual and just said, hey, this is why I'm not, commenting a lot. I'm going through cancer and treatments and stuff. And so a bunch of us, the Crazy Scotsman, kind of got the ball rolling. And when many of us started giving donations to, if you donated to C-Max's website or his donation page, then we would, long story. Scotsman put it together. A bunch of us got together and said, hey, we're going to give a bunch of prizes away. I'll donate this, you donate that. Anyway, bottom line is next week, tomorrow is the grand finale. Anyway, I don't remember everything that's going to be given away, but it's pretty much an entire AR-15, 1,000 rounds of ammo, and I don't know what and all else, but I'm sure there's more than that. I know Dirt Road Gun Show is giving away a complete rifle kit. The Scotsman is going to give away a $50 or $60 gift certificate so you could buy a lower and have it, through your FFL. We're not going to deal with that. And there's 1,000 rounds of ammo, and I'm sure there's some other stuff. I mean, we're talking entire freaking AR-15, and you get a chance to win it with a $10 donation. So,
this is the second week in a row. $10.
say that again.
Flipping Mike. I said it's gonna be.
I think what Blue's trying to say is it might be we had 2 weeks in a row where somebody had one entry for $10 and they won. I know last week they did. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I didn't put the link in this chat, but if you go back and look at one of my other chats, I did the last week. I did the C-Max Arms chat, or not chat, but giveaway. Tomorrow at 9, it should show up around 9:30 in the morning. I'm hosting the chat giveaway tomorrow night, so come check that out. I hope you got in on it. I hope you made a donation. I hope you made a donation for the right reason, but either way, I don't care. You know, as long as you gave a donation to C-Max. C-Max is supposed to be there. Scott's gonna be there. I'll be there. I'm not sure who else will be there, but it'll be a quick chat.
How's C-Max doing?
But I understand he has a mild version of whatever he has, and he has a good chance, but
You never know, right?
I talked to him about 2 weeks ago. He's doing real good and responding real well to the treatment. Now, the only problem is the cancer he has. It's really there's a huge chance that it can metastasize to his brain. And right now they're doing some preemptive strikes for that to happen. So he's having to go through it. He's having to wear the helmet and the mask and everything while he goes through the chemo and the radiation therapy. But yeah, he's doing real good. Spirits are high, and it's just it's good. It's a great experience to know somebody who has such a high level of that spirit. You know, he's a great guy. And again, one of the things is that it's very cool that everybody came together. We need to continue to support him. And another one of our family members, our YouTube family members, S.H.T.F, was diagnosed with cancer last week or the week before, and let everybody know that. So that's another family member we need to do some praying for down the road. But right now, and it was one of the most touching things is that when Ed finally made it public, he was like, you know, I want everybody, I'm okay. I'm going to get through this. I have a lot of support financially and with our health care because he's retired military, so he has TRICARE. And so he was like, I just want everybody to continue their efforts in helping C-Max. I almost damn broke down, man. That was just one of the most amazing displays of brotherhood. And it really was. And Ed's just an amazing guy.
Am I still roboting or am I back? I turned my bandwidth down.
You sound better.
Good right now.
Sweet. I might have fixed it. Sweet.
Here you go.
Yeah,
Oh, Lord.
For you guys on the panel, I put on the internal what's going on, and that's fucked up. I wish I could share it, but right now I can't.
Yeah, that is fucked up.
I can't see the internal, so sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks for me.
Yeah, it's just bad. Cancer just affects way too many people that we know or know of, or friends or family. It's terrible. It's a nasty disease, and it affects way too many people. Anyway, all right. What else we want to talk about? We'll try to move on a little bit.
Yeah, TR, I'm going to bail. I got to get up at 4 tomorrow to get Jen moving down to San Francisco. So I want to thank you for having me on tonight. Blue, hope everything goes okay for you and Coda Boy. Good to see you. And TR, as usual, thank you. And thank you, Side Chat.
All right.
Hey.
Good night, Rosie. Sorry.
All right. Well, glad to see you again, Rosie. It's been a few weeks, and we hope to see you next week. And if not, we understand. I know you got a lot of stuff going on in California. It's terrible. I feel for you.
Y'all take care. Thank you.
All right. Good night, Rosie.
All right. Okay. What's the next subject? Here we go. I'll liven it up. We'll change gears. I must have did a good job moving furniture. She didn't give me the bottle, but Sonia did give me a shot of some Patron. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, how I wish I could join you for that.
I don't drink during the week because I try to make up for it over the weekend. But man, I have a brother who is a connoisseur of the homemade spirits, and so he is making me a big old heaping helping batch and bringing it to me on Sunday. So I'm really looking forward to just letting it sit there and looking at it, maybe using it as a paint thinner or something like that. But anyway, it's going to be good. I know that. It's paint thinner, you know. Or fuel. Yes. Lawnmower fuel. That's it.
Well, I'm not making any promises. I know I've already changed the subject a little bit, and a little celebration there. I'm doing good as far as cutting back on my smoking. How many do you think I smoked today? I think I smoked 5, maybe 6 cigarettes today.
Damn.
And that's coming from somebody that smokes 2 packs of cigarettes a day.
Damn, son. Good job.
Thumbs up, brother.
Damn good
That's
job.
huge.
Not
Looks like
bragging
me
or
before too long.
anything, but for somebody saying I'm not going to quit smoking, I've tremendously cut back. And it's because after doing this vaping thing, which I think I can lay this down quicker than I can the cigarettes. So if I wean myself off the cigarettes, maybe then I can wean myself off this. That's my plan. So we'll see.
Well, as a person, I was only up to a pack a day of regular cigarettes, and I did the vape thing for 6 to 8 months. Made it down years straight. I picked up bad, so whenever I was inside, I inhaling it, I was just puffing on it and fucking smoking them. So now I'm back at square one. But definitely the new 4, 18, and 8 or something like that, 24, 16, and 8 milligrams per milliliter. Just keep cutting it down and you'll be done.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't made a conscious decision to stop. I just know I needed to slow down. I needed to back off. And picking up the vape thing is kind of, they made cigarettes not enjoyable. I can, like, if I don't do anything, if I don't vape or anything for a little while, I can smoke a cigarette and it's, fairly normal. If I do the vaping and then try to smoke a cigarette afterwards, I ended up putting the cigarette out because it's just, I get nothing from it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's made cigarettes just not enjoyable. Or I don't know how else to explain it. I just don't enjoy smoking as much anymore. Even now, the 4 or 5 I smoked today is just like, all right, I'm going to treat myself with a real cigarette. And it's like, okay, yeah, it just didn't do nothing for me.
Well,
So
just because I've done it before. A lot of it is that vape hit. You get, I don't know what you want, but then you put that down, you pick up an actual cigarette. It's like there's nothing there, and it's like, what the hell? I should have been vaping a long time.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. This hits you, and it's not that it's harsh or whatever. It fills your lungs harder or something like that. Yeah, you try to smoke a cigarette after it, and it's like nothing. And I smoke high-dollar cigarettes. I don't know if I have a pack around. Anyhow, I smoke American Spirit, and I get nothing out of them now. And I'm drinking the champagne of beers tonight. Just so you know, Miller High Life is sponsoring the chat tonight. So the champagne of beers.
There it is. I hate you.
And for anybody that jumps in here in the next few minutes, or if you've been there a few minutes, when I comment, it's going to be under Sonia's Google page or YouTube page. So if I comment, that's why I haven't been commenting much, because it looks weird. I'm using her laptop to comment on the chat room. Yankee 4 wants to know if that t-shirt is from Tom. No, this is from Rick. Rick's got a t-shirt site. It says, when El Ray speaks, everybody listens.
That's for sure.
Because we don't really have a choice.
Yeah, exactly.
The vape thing, if it's one of those deals where if you could front the money, the actual vape stick, and a couple things, elements or whatever, you know, high cost, but as soon as you is next to nothing compared to what you pay for cigarettes.
Mm-hmm. I didn't catch all that, but I caught the gist of it. And I, because I bought a pretty decent one here. Hell, while we're talking about it, I'll go ahead and promote. This is I had a snob vape guy in the shop tell me it was smock, but whatever. I told him, hey, I got a Smoke Alien 220 watt, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, that's a smock. I was like, whatever, dude. Anyway, because I was getting the shit to put in it, the liquid or whatever. Now, I'm not going to call it juice. That's just disgusting. I'll call it liquid. But anyway, yeah, it's much cheaper. Actually, online, just this tool here, this mod or whatever they want to call it, was about what I'm paying for a carton of American Spirits a week. So, you know, it'll pay for itself pretty quick. And of course, since I'm a reloader, I've already ordered kits to mix my own shit, because it's like a quarter of the price or a third of the price. It's like, fuck that. I ain't buying their damn pre-made shit. I'm going to make my own. I can't help it.
Now, am I still choppy to your?
You're better.
Have you ever drank fire water?
No, I don't think so.
It's a with some type of ice in it. So like you take a drink and it's cinnamon, it's hot, breathe, and it's cool. Like not wintergreen, but mint. What I did was I'd get a tube of the cinnamon, the mint, and I'd mix it. Oh damn!
Yeah, it's always good to come up with your own stuff. All right, they're talking about vaping out there. I know there's some other vapors out there. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I don't know. To be honest with you, the whole vaping thing has been somewhat organic for me. It's not like I had a epiphany and I was like, I got to stop smoking, and or Sonia didn't say shit to me about smoking or whatever. It's just one of those things I just kind of found. I know I'm going off on a tangent here. It's just like I smoke too much. I know it. I don't want to quit, but I need to back off. And a lot of guys I know have turned to it, and I just thought I'd give it a shot and see what happened. And so we'll see. So far, it's working. That's all I can say. And as somebody that smokes a pack and a half to 2 packs of cigarettes a day, and I have never smoked a light cigarette. Period. Well, I have if somebody loaned me one if I was out, but I'm a Marlboro, full flavor. Been smoking since I was 16. I'm 49 now, and went from a pack and a half to almost 2 packs a day to 5 cigarettes within 2 weeks. The vaping thing is something to look at if you're even thinking about slowing down or stopping. I'm not telling you to make you stop. I'm not telling you to turn to vaping as a. I don't know. This is just something let me shut up. Bye.
It's all good. Just think, if we change one person's life from smoking to vaping, you may just save somebody's life from this chat.
But you're right, Blue. I mean, if I don't do anything for a little bit, I can smoke a cigarette. But if I vape a little bit and then pick up a cigarette, I mean, I've literally already done it like half a dozen times. I was vaping and I was like, let me just get a real cigarette. And I'll light it, take about 3 puffs and put it out. Because I'm like, I'm breathing air.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting anything out of this. I'm not getting any satisfaction whatsoever out of it. It's weird. Solvent Green. I never smoked anything in my life, ever. Well, good for you. And I'm happy for you. I wish I'd never had picked up a cigarette, to be honest with you.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Incoming call. I put it on the screen.
Here we go again.
There is a for you.
All night, baby.
Shit, that woke me up. Lord. I've been running since 4 a.m. this morning. Got to do it all again tomorrow. Hopefully not, but we'll see. These are your 7. Oh, Jesus. Uh-oh. The man's gone away. So I smoked for 20 years, I think it was. And I was sitting up in Milwaukee, and I fell asleep underneath a window and woke up covered with snow because it blew in the window. And I got a bit of pneumonia from it. And if you ever tried to smoke a cigarette while you have pneumonia, and it literally felt like somebody was cutting my chest open. So I just started puffing on the cigarettes, and what that did was I just looked at it, it was like a waste of money, and then I threw it down and quit about 9 years ago. And it was it's interesting because you think about the money that you spend on cigarettes, and the health implications. And, you know, everybody's got the argument, well, my grandma smoked till the day she died. She didn't have nothing wrong with her. It's not the point. But if you have the chance, I'm not preaching to the choir here, but if you have the chance to quit, do it. And if you do, just don't turn back. The best thing you can do is hang around people who don't smoke, because if you do hang around people who smoke, you never will quit, period. Because you go to a party, start drinking, and the best thing is while you're having a beer or a drink is a damn cigarette along with it. So that's what my best thing is. I tell my friends, I said, if you want to quit smoking, you got to quit partying. And unfortunately, until you get to the point where cigarettes just make you sick. I mean, I could ride my motorcycle and smell somebody smoking a cigarette in the car in front of me at a red light. It's bad. I could smell it 30, 40 feet away. My pet peeve. All right, Blue, it's your turn. Talk.
No, it's just, goddamn, this phone. I want to throw it through the garage. I just want to smash it. But it's been all night. It's been all night, and I'm not getting paid for a goddamn second of it. All right.
All right, next subject.
That's why I hate jumping into these things late, because I have no idea what you guys have talked about, anything
No.
like that.
Well, Rosie was here and we were talking about the fires. I think we kind of concentrated on the fires and emergency services and things like that at the beginning. And Sonia's been trying to distract me the whole time, so I was a little distracted at the beginning. She's taking a shower now, so I'm good.
All right, I got to jump in here. She's been how was she trying to distract you? Because I know you've been like not looking at me and all, and everything, and you've been looking over there, and I know what typically I'd be looking at if I was looking over there. Just wondered if you were looking at the same thing that I was thinking you were looking at. And it would be a lot of fun if you were. If you could just give us a brief description of what it was you were looking at, that'd be kind of cool. Because I noticed you got there's a kitty cat running around too. So, you know.
Well, I was looking at her, but for real, I got her laptop is what I'm using to chat with, because mine just does not have the capability of doing two windows at the same time. So I'm using her laptop to chat with. That's why you're seeing Sonia make a lot of comments, but it's not Sonia making the comments, it's me. Now she is in the shower. I hope she remembers to put a towel on or something before she walks through here. Or this might be my most popular chat ever.
You need to like scoot off to the side so that like you're sitting way the hell over here. There you go. Yeah, sit like that the rest of the chat.
If anybody's interested in what an A-frame looks like from the ground level, this is what it looks like. And this is pine, tongue and groove, walls, ceiling, everything unfinished. It was built in, I think she said 1962 or 60, yeah, 62, I think. All this wood is unfinished, except the beams. The beams come out of a railroad. I'm not sure what they called it, but there were railroad beams in a depot where they did the turnarounds. Have you ever seen pictures or drawings where they would turn the engines around?
Mm-hmm.
That's what these beams are, out of that one of those railroad depots. And like I said, and the wood in between is pine, tongue and groove. It's not stained, it's not finished, anything. And it's been that way when they put it up in 62.
Now, do they have like a loft or anything in there, or is it just an open A-frame?
Yeah, right there. Let me get it. There's a loft right there. But I mean, you could put a bed there and maybe put make a little bedroom out of it. That's gonna be her office. They did actually build on, it's an A-frame, but it does actually protrude. They did upgrade. There's 2 bedrooms over here, and the master bedrooms is over here. So, I mean, it's not just a pure A-frame. As it comes down, they added on, and there's some, it juts out a little bit for some extra room. So, beautiful place, though.
Oh yeah, I mean, even just that little tiny sliver we can see. I mean, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Next, if I'm not a big Instagram person, but here lately I've joined. Why I don't know, but I've seen people Instagram this. Okay, and the only pictures I've posted so far is pictures of this place. But if you want to see what the place looks like, or at least the surrounding area, go to Instagram or my Facebook. I think I've posted some on Facebook. But
there's been some requests, TR, on the side chat that we want to see a live tour and like head toward the bathroom.
No. I can hear the shower going. She's taking a shower right now. I'm not going in there with the damn camera.
Guarantee the most videos or the most views ever with the quickest shutdown ever. Guaranteed.
I don't know if it'll show up or not. Let me see if I can turn around and see if it shows up. Okay. So in the mornings, all right, I can get my angles right. That's the front or the rear of the house. It's just all windows. The lake's down there. Like I say, it's windows all the way up. Don't come out here.
No, come out
here. The naked woman running around back there.
There's going to be people doing slow-mo on this shit just to hopefully catch something.
They're not going to see anything.
Now, here's I've actually got a serious question. I don't know if she's looked into it or you've looked into it. With South Carolina, it's still South Carolina?
Yep.
It gets pretty damn cold down there. Is the heating bill going to be horrid because of how open that is? Or is there some type of different, I don't know, engineering they do on those A-frames to make it more cost efficient?
Well, there is insulation in between the roof, and there's a pocket there. It is insulated.
I can
yeah, it's still been.
I built
it's still.
There's 13 inches of insulation above those that tongue and groove wood, and then your ceiling sits on top of that, or your roof. So that's when I built them many years ago, probably about 15 years ago. Yeah, there's a ton of insulation. That's double insulated argon filled gas. Also, those aren't single pane, so they're insulated. That's insulated glass up there.
Okay.
So yeah, they're okay.
Yeah, in this one, well, she could do different things. It's got a fireplace, a wood fireplace, and it's also got a kerosene heater. So heats kerosene and wood heat. But yeah, you got a lot of dead space there. That is true. She knows it. But it doesn't matter. It's worth the price. All right. You two guys talk about why Glocks suck, and I'll be right back.
All right. So Kodo Boy, with your, I'm going to air quote, unquote, Glock, I know that you also have the Klinger in the waistband pocket holster. I saw that you were going to do another review.
I am going to do another review, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm going to do another review. about 2 weeks ago, I was sitting around the house, and I've been carrying that Walther PPS M2, and I had a pair of shorts on, and for some reason I couldn't find the Kydex holster for that Walther, and so I reached up and I grabbed a hold of that Klinger holster, and I was like, you know what? They claimed it, and literally, I did it like this. Well, they claim you can put it in your waistband. Let's just find out. I mean, just like a smart ass. I was like, whatever. That shit ain't gonna work. I've been wearing it for 2 weeks in my waistband.
Yep.
It works. It freaking works. And not only does it work, it's probably one of the most comfortable holsters. And it doesn't move. It stays there. I mean, just like anything, you get out of the car, I always just check to make sure, even if I have a Kydex holster,
Mhm.
just check to make sure that the clip hadn't come undone or anything. But I haven't touched it. It is one of the best damn things I've ever put on. And as a matter of fact, I'm changing carry guns here in a couple of days, and I'm kind of upset that I'm actually doing that because the thing is
It's that
it's
good.
freaking awesome. And people are like, well, I would never do that. I go, well, that's fine. You don't have to. Not gonna sit here and force you to do it, but you're probably just like me. I said I'll never do it. It's not what I want to do. I don't believe that would ever work for me.
Mhm.
But I've found out I'm a believer, and
Yeah.
so the only way to do it is just to come across to a negative takeaway. Say, listen, man, I was once like you, but now I've been found with the Klinger holster. It's sticky, but it doesn't move. It
No.
literally doesn't move in your pants. It stays there.
And I always, whenever I first got this holster, this holster right here, I tried appendix carry, but I was a little, falling over the front because of my physique. But it was small of the back. That's how I carried this for the longest time. And then finally, I was like, you know what? Let's just try in the waistband at the 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock position. Let's see what happens. And it's open right now. There's nothing in it. This is the Springfield XDS. I'm going to close it. I'm going to put in a full mag. Full mag's in it. There's nothing in the tube. Here's the Klinger holster. And I know my video sucks. This thing, you would hold this and you'd be like, what the hell? There's no way. You put it in. There it is upside down. And I'm shaking it. And that son of a bitch ain't coming out. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my checkbook. This is just a checkbook with the Klinger holster on top. Oh, look, the gun come out. That's how awesome this thing is. That's this thing, $20. It's like $19.99, KlingerHolsters.com. I'll tell you what, I swore I would never own another holster like this after my Uncle Mike's holster. Damn, this thing, go out, check them out. I mean, you can shake a fully loaded upside down. It doesn't come out. Hold it by the fucking grip. Checkbook. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Put it on top. Whoop. It's out.
That's the whole thing. I want to come across at people and go, look, man, I actually, when I did a review, it's like, yeah, I could see wearing this in your pocket or something like that, but I could never imagine wearing it in the waistband. And I was talking to when I went shooting today, I was talking to my buddy. I said, dude, you need to try this. And he's like, yeah, I just don't know if I could trust something like that. And I was like, yep, me too. I said the exact same thing, but I literally have been wearing it 2 weeks, never nonstop. The nice thing is it is compact enough to where you hardly ever notice it. You don't feel it. It's there. Drawing from the holster is awesome. Again, you're in waistband, so you're not going to be reinserting the gun in it as it is. But literally all day today when I was at the range, I wore it the entire time, bending over, picking up brass, shooting, and just had a good time. Now, I will tell you, the Walther was nowhere near as accurate as the M&P. Of course, that has a lot to do with the sights that are on there. But man, what a great little holster! I've been trying to figure out how to express this, and I'm glad you're kind of backing me up on this thing. But because people are not going to believe me, they're going to be like, "Oh, dude, who bought you off?" I said, "Dude, I couldn't stand it. I hated it. I was like, this is the stupidest idea I've ever seen in my entire life." And fuck it, I'll just try it and see if it works. And shit, I don't want to take it off. you know.
And
But
that's just like tonight. This is literally what you see. Other than this, I had to go do a bunch of running around for work, and I've got let's see. I don't know if you can see them. I call them parachute pants. The Adidas type pants that you wear at night. They got a drawstring, elastic or not elastic. Yeah, it is elastic waistband type deal. I took this gun, I put it in the waistband, cinched up my pants, and we're talking like sleep pants, basically, sometimes workout pants. Earlier in the day, I went for a walk with my kid, no issues with just, I call them parachute pants. And then I did all that running around for the last hour and a half. And that son of a bitch stayed with a drawstring, a drawstring pull. I mean, this thing, they're onto something with this.
well, I don't know if I would trust it with a drawstring because I'm always either wearing a belt or a belt. And if I'm not wearing a belt, I'm wearing a belt. And if I'm wearing pajama pants, I'm usually on this chat, which I'm actually in my office right now. But um, I will tell you this: wearing a belt, it is just one of those things. It's actually almost difficult to put in because you really got to fit it in there to get it positioned. But it lays right there above your ass cheek at the 430 position or whatever the hell it is, and it doesn't move. And it's so compact that you don't have the belt clip, out. It's pretty damn amazing. So, I'm going to do a video on it this week. As a matter of fact, I was going to try to do it today. I didn't get around to it because we were shooting so much. It was a lot of fun.
Before you do it, if you've got a pair of I'm just going to call them night pants. If you got a pair of night pants that has a drawstring on it, put that son of a bitch in there and do it for that video as well. Because I mean, how often would you're at home, you're comfortable, you don't want to wear, put it in there and give it a try before you do your review, because it's it's amazing. I mean, and I cannot believe this little tiny that is it. $20.
Yeah,
that is the best $20 you will ever spend.
I agree. And like I said, I was a critic that there wasn't no way in hell I'd ever wear something like that, but I did. So that's crazy.
This chat has been sponsored by Klinger Holsters, along with Miller High Life.
You have a voice for TV.
Oh, I know. Well, once it's not so robot, like it's,
Yeah, you finally cleared up. Yes. Miller High Life, the champagne and beers. Even Sonia likes it.
My voice?
No, my beer.
I love Blue's voice.
She likes your voice though too.
It's soothing and relaxing.
I have been told many, many, many times that I should do a radio show, and I'm like, no, I do chats, and I'm drunk when I do them.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
She said you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you. So when are we gonna have a cookout at Sonia's house?
Hey, whenever you want to come down, man.
It's too goddamn cold now.
Yeah, it is. It's getting cool.
That's a perfect time.
Yeah, but it's not as cold here as it is at your house, I'm sure. The dead of winter for us is probably fall for you.
Mm-hmm. Right now, with it outside being outside, we're now at 45 degrees. That's probably about your typical winter.
Yeah, I walked in this morning to work. It was 39, and I walked out. I just walked down the street like this, going, "Oh God, that is awesome!" Oh, I literally have been dying for the fall to arrive, and we went straight from summer to, 90. It was 90 degrees here last week. To today, it was 55 degrees out on the range where I was shooting all day long.
Yes, the wind's blowing here, but it's 57, probably 55 here. So not that much different. But we don't get buttloads of snow. 1 year of snow for you is about 10 years worth for us.
Yeah, last year it was a very mild winter, and whenever I say mild, I would have to guess we had 24 to 28 inches, and this year is going to be, according to all the reports, this is going to be a bad winter, and I'm not looking forward to that at all.
Well, here in Harrisburg, we got all 24 inches in one night. So, if you guys remember that, where I did the walkthrough in the parking lot, and I was trying to go out to the range that day. I said, I just don't think it's going to happen. But some dude was really cool and dug my car out for me. I don't know if he was looking for money, but he was nice to. When it snows, when you have to dig your car out, that was fun.
My favorite is you plow your goddamn driveway and you get everything all cleared out, and then the township or wherever you live comes through and plows you back in. It's like, you son of a bitch. I realize they're clearing the roads, and I should realize not to start shoveling my driveway until after they're done. But I got a big ass driveway.
Yeah, 24 inches of snow. I doubt we see that in 24 inches. If we have a couple hard winters, we might see that in 5 years total.
Like the 11 inches.
Oh, Nashville. Well, yeah, Nashville's a little further north. 11 inches.
That was a big snow. It didn't happen on me.
6 or 8 inches is about the most I've ever seen. And, in a year. One time, anyway. But yeah, 24 inches of snow, we're lucky to get 3 inches a year. So it takes us a few years to get 24. And then every 5 or 6 years, we'll get, maybe a foot. I don't know. Probably not. Probably about 6 or 8 inches. That's it. So it's not that cold here. It does get into the teens for a few days.
Not the tweens.
Well, it'll get into 20s for a day or two, but our average lows in the wintertime is in the 30s, 40s. And then our afternoons will be in 40s or 50s, probably.
I always like those days that you walk outside and it's, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and somebody decides to go car skating and wreck into a bunch of people, and you're out there doing the accident investigation, and every time you breathe in, your nostrils stick together because they freeze instantly. That's the best feeling ever.
Yeah, you need to move further south. You don't run into that here. And the good thing about the South is you get an inch of snow, fuck it, the state shuts down for like 3 days. In a emergency, it's like, you don't go out on the road. If you go out on the road and you wreck, you're on your own. We don't give a shit about you. We told you to stay home.
Yeah, we've the 1 year, and this has been years ago, I forget what the actual temperature was when I did it. I saw it on the interweb that you could take a pot of boiling water, walk outside and throw it up in the air real quick, and it would turn to ice before it hit the ground. That shit actually works. I don't know the physics or anything behind it, but that's how cold it gets up here.
The physics is it's that fucking cold.
No, but there's something that people keep commenting, and I haven't looked in or researched it. But if you throw a cold thing of water up in the air, it won't freeze before it hits the ground. See, look, my phone's still going off. This is bullshit. But if you do a boiling pot of water, it'll do that. And I don't know why, but there's something with the boiling temperature with the molecules all bouncing around. And
well, if it's boiling, you're at the point of making it steam, and the molecules are smaller, and they'll go from a vapor to a liquid to a solid quicker than a big massive blob of liquid. if you got a little bitty particle of, or a little, just a little tiny bit of steam, it can go from steam, liquid to a gas to a solid quicker than a big blob of, because you got to freeze it all the way through and turn it into a solid. So, I mean, it makes perfect sense to me.
TR, you have no idea how much I wish that you had Wild Thing from the Indians. Remember that? The movie Wild Thing? I wish you had his glasses right now and you could put them on and say that all again.
Hang on, I'll do it again.
That was like, holy shit, that just came out of TR. And not that I'm doubting your intelligence. It's just that, everybody is, oh my God, my phone, shut up. God, I wish you guys could see the internal.
All right, how about this? Is that close enough?
Oh, damn.
This is Sonia's glasses.
Somebody quit.
All right, let me explain this to you. In a boiling state, the water's boiling, the molecules are further apart. If you throw it into the air, they're going to separate easier, faster. They went from a gas to a liquid to a solid because they're little bitty molecules. They're little bitty droplets. And it's easier for it to go from a gas liquid to a solid much quicker than just a big glob. They say I'm already screwing it up. I can't even remember what the hell I said now. Anyhow, if you throw up a big glob of liquid, it's got to freeze all the way through. If it was in a boiling state, you're separating it much faster.
You have a message.
All right, no, not the same effect. See the computer screen through these. Holy crap! There's a good for reading though.
You have a message, sir.
See, my phone still goes. It's still TR. I appreciate the hell out. It's still going.
Hey, TR,
Yeah.
I've got an emergency. I got to handle this. Obviously, set something off in the lower elevations of the building. So I apologize about this, but I'm going to have to skedaddle. Thank you very much for having me on. And it blows my millennium on how amazingly smart you guys are with the, throwing the steam up and condenses into molecules and freezes, and then all of a sudden it turns to snow. It's awesome. If what you should do is you could actually take a we used to shit man, let's get started on this. I used to take a steam hose that sprayed like really, it was used for cleaning, but you could sit there and spray steam up, and it got really cold, like in the 20s or in the teens, and just spray a whole area, and it would just a sheet of ice everywhere. We'd laugh our asses off if people come walking around with us when we were young, too. So watching people bust their asses on the ice, it's always fun. Of course. So anyway, but thanks very much for having me on. I know I didn't say a lot, but we'll be seeing everybody later. And hasta la vista, Blue. Please be careful out there and take care of yourself. And
Tomorrow will be interesting.
All right, man. Look forward to hearing about it. Be good. Thanks. Bye.
Later, Cover Boy. Well, Blue, it's just me and you. To be honest, I hate to do it. But since it's just me and you, would you like to go ahead and we'll go ahead and just cut this one short?
Am I not important to you, TR?
Yes, you are very important to me, Blue. You are. Do you have anything that you want to talk about that we hadn't talked about? Because I got time.
No. I've got nothing important other than the shit that's happening tonight, which I cannot comment on right now, but I guarantee you there will be a video loosely based off of my events from tonight. And I don't fucking understand some entities that are supposed to protect certain individuals, and I'm making this so blanket, and they drop the fucking ball until fucking 9 o'clock at night. God damn, if I was a certain individual that had another, God damn it, if that's you, SoCal, I'm gonna kick your ass. He's been sending me random texts just to fuck with me, but my phone, other than him, has been blowing up all night. But there's gonna be a video coming out, and it pisses me off, and I think it will piss a lot of adults out there. It was him. Look, he's laughing. It was him. But it's been all night, and it shouldn't have been all night. This should have been an issue that was handled at noon. But that's really all I've got. I mean, it comes with the job. I realize it comes with the job. Everybody has a job to where, you know, like UTR. I mean, you could be at home enjoying a game or enjoying a movie, and all of a sudden shit hits the fan at work, and they're like, "Christ, we gotta go. We gotta call TR. We gotta. Nobody else knows what to do." But damn, if you could have done it 12 hours ago, and you're waiting until 9, 10 o'clock at night, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, don't wait till I've been drinking half the day and then call me. If the problem happened at 3 o'clock and then you wait till 9 o'clock to call me to come and solve this problem, it's like, I'll no. I can't even if I wanted to. At that point with my job, because I got to drive 45 minutes there. It's like, no, I've been drinking all day. I can't solve your problem. Try this. If I don't fix it, fuck it. You should have to leave it down. You should have called me when it went down. 8675309.
Make sure you call that number. Send me a couple more texts. I mean, what the hell?
Oh shit.
No, but I mean, really, I've got nothing going on. I cannot believe. I mean, I know you have a absolute viral video that's out there right now. For me, I did that. I know you finally saw it. That power pole thing falling into the pine tree. That thing's got over 4,000 views in 4 days, and for me, that's like, holy shit.
It should, dude. For you just to be driving up to a red light, and it was like all of a sudden the fucking power pole, as you're driving up, just randomly falls. It was like you should have bought a lottery ticket that day.
I should have. I definitely should have.
I'm ashamed of my viral video.
But it's a good video. I mean, oh my God. SoCal, I swear to God, if that's you the next time I see you.
It's not me. I tell you that because I have no cell phone service up here.
I'm going to pick up my phone, and if it's any YouTubers, I swear to God, I'm going to pull a Jerry on you. Yep. SoCal, you've just been jerried.
What? Evil Jerry voodoo fucking pendant sent to me from Jerry.
Say what?
We may have to send his fucking address. He sent me a fucking little whatever that little necklace horseshit bullshit thingamajig that he keeps claiming means something in those bullshit videos he does. He found my address. He sent me one. I kind of set it to the side. I'm thinking about getting a priest to perform an exorcism on it or something like that.
I would do that, splash it with holy water, and send that fucker back to him. just don't put your address on it.
Yeah, it's got to have bad voodoo all over it.
Yeah. Do you see Papa's place?
Yeah. Yeah, that was blue. That was blue. And I caught one of them, and it was a day or two later before I caught that he had actually done more than that one comment.
Oh, that was a good time though. That was
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good times. If you can't fuck with your if your buddy, if I hand you my phone and you don't fuck with me, I would consider you not my friend. But I wasn't thinking of that when I handed my phone to Blue. I forget what I was doing. I had a picture. Like, hey, look at this. Next thing I know, Blue's posting on Facebook on my account. Roger TRprepper. I like dicks. And then I find out a day or two later, oh, I love cuddling with the boys in the fucking bunkhouse or some shit like that. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Yeah. It was like, hey, I gotta give you props. That was a good one. I didn't see it. I didn't see it coming. You got me.
But the thing is, if I wouldn't have been drinking, I wouldn't have been doing it. But it was like, because I think you handed me your phone to show me pictures or something that you posted to Facebook from Farmageddon. Like you did like a picture of the fire ring or something. And I was like, oh, he just gave me his phone with Facebook open. And I just went to town. And then it was like the next night, I was like, hey, let me see your phone again. And you gave it to me again because you didn't realize what I'd done before. And I did it again. And it was like shortly thereafter. I mean, it was within the hour. I was like, hey, what, let's see what's going on with Facebook. And that's when you fucking finally realized what I had done. And you're like, no, nope. I was cut off.
I was like, fuck you.
I was cut off from the phone.
That's what good friends are for.
It was a good time. But the thing is, props to you for leaving them up there. You left all that shit up there and just went with it after you found out what was going on.
Oh, I was posting your picture. Hey, this is the asshole that did this on my damn Facebook page. It's like, oh, is that the troll? Yeah, there were some people that didn't get it. They're like, oh, you found a hacker? And I was like, no, he wasn't a fucking hacker. I was at a shooting event with him, and I handed my phone, and the motherfucker said this shit.
Yeah, don't ever give your phone to me ever. I mean, and that's at work. Every now and again, you'll walk in and somebody will like walk out and they'll leave their Facebook open. That's open game. That is. Tell them what. Oh, the Wi-Fi. While we were at Farmageddon, I had a GoPro. And I set the Wi-Fi on the GoPro to, I think it was like Delta Teams or FBI Delta Team Go or FBI Delta Team Strike, something like that. And I think TR, I told you about it. I think.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, TR was the only person that I said, hey, if this Wi-Fi pops up on your phone, don't worry about it. And it was the second night. I think it was the second night. Somebody finally started talking, and they're like, what the hell is this Delta Team Strike Force, whatever the hell? We're getting this Wi-Fi. And I think it was Pops that was actually smart enough to be like, if it's the FBI, they're not going to put FBI Delta Team. Somebody's fucking with us. But yeah, that was definitely me. But I don't know. That shit's funny. I mean, that's like right now, my Wi-Fi connection at my house is FBI Delta Van 7.5. I mean, that's what my connection is, and that's just so if somebody is driving through the area, it's secured and everything. But that's funnier than hell.
Yeah, I think somebody brought it up, and Rob was like, "Yeah, I got that too. Fucking Delta Team FBI. That don't make sense. Why would they say FBI on their fucking?" And me and Blue were just snickering over in the corner.
Freaking assholes. No, but I would suggest anybody that has a Bluetooth device or a Wi-Fi device, something like that, name it something off the wall so that people look twice at it and be like, no, I ain't going to connect to that, or try to connect to that.
Yeah, just put it CIA Alpha Team 2.
Mm-hmm.
They might be tempted. No, nope. Or hell, put hell, to make it worse, put KGB. What is a Russian?
Yeah.
Cool KG.
I think
KGB.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it Russian. That's worse than fucking CIA or FBI. The KGB, just KGB Alpha 2.
Yep. We're here for Trump, and we're gonna put everything on what was that, Pokemon Go? Those fucking idiots.
Oh my God, is that not fucking so stupid? Yes, they was using Pokemon to infiltrate the election results.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else has to be said? Really?
But they actually did a story on that, a huge story. What was it?
It's several stories. To the point that there was even one female, she just kept shaking her head, just like, I can't believe you're telling me I gotta go along with this shit. Basically, that was what you could see it on her face. It's like, really? I gotta do this fucking story? Oh my God, really?
No, that's. But
and the worst part about it, it wasn't so much that it was Pokemon, but it was like, okay, Pokemon, they're going to do Black Lives Matter. They want you to name, or they did name, key speakers in Black Lives Matter, and then victims of police brutality as names. Okay. This was the point of my post on Facebook. All right. Let's just say you go with that scenario. Well, who does that help? That helps Hillary, because you're sympathizing with the Black Lives Matter. But they're trying to tie this in with the Russian collusion, but yet they're helping Hillary. How you're claiming that the Russians infiltrated Pokemon to make Black Lives Matter more prevalent, which would hurt Trump and his supporters, but yet that's your ties to the Russian influence on the election.
TR, it made perfect sense to me. It made perfect sense to me. And the thing is, those Pokemon characters, shit, their names are so fucked up. It's like, I don't see how it connects. My kids played it, and they're like, oh my God, here's a Chalamander or some shit like that. What the fuck is it? For one, what is a Chalamander? Number two, who the fuck would name their kid Chalamander? It just, yeah, it blew my fucking mind. I was like, wow. But that's an actual story. If you guys go to CNN or type in CNN Russian Pokemon, you'll get a big fucking, what was it, like a 6-minute video about how they did.
Yeah.
And there's like 4 people on the panel that are like, oh my God, I can't believe they did this to infiltrate. I'm like, what the fuck?
They was actually showing a video game with little fucking circles going and bouncing off shit like a pinball machine. It's like, really? Okay, this is Russian collusion. This is the Russian influence. Are you fucking kidding me? Really? Oh my God. And people are buying this shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. I can't believe they use video games to influence our election. It was fucking Pokemon.
And I would like to say that, you know, Pokemon is played by kids the ages of 6 to 12, but how many videos have you seen out there of these millennials playing Pokemon, and they're dead serious about this shit? It's like, oh my God, there's I don't even know the monster's name, but you got to go catch them, and like 30 of them show up at this one spot. It's like, man, get a grip on reality.
Yeah, it's great. Stupid. Stupid. All right, Blue.
Yep.
I'm going to cut you off. We're going to end this because it's just me and you. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, a little bit oddball time of the week, I guess, time of the year. But we were up into the 60s, so we had a pretty good crowd. We still got 46 people watching now. I want to thank you for joining us. I'm sorry I wasn't as active on the chat because my computer can't do here in a remote location 2 windows. So I've been using Sonia's computer to chat a little bit, but it just looks weird when I'm under her name in picture. So I hadn't chatted that much. But thanks for coming by. And Blue, would you like to do an outro? Talk about anything else that's coming up that you're interested in? Whatever. Go ahead.
Now,
Go.
I've literally got nothing. We can end this because I've got to get up early because of assholes. So don't text me again, SoCal. I'm going to bed, or I will definitely get you the next time I see you. But other than that, yeah, get ready for a rant video, and I hope it strikes a chord. I mean, literally, the next video I do, if it doesn't strike a chord with everybody, we've got issues. So good night, and I will expand on my issues for tonight later on.
Well, good night, all, and thanks for dropping by. I do appreciate it, and thanks for putting up with a little bit of my remote location here. I'm not at my command center, so I'm a little bit out of whack here, and don't have my bearings on me like I normally do. But anyway, night all. Bye.